out from my window. Sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow. I don't make a sound when I shut the door. You don't have to wake up yet. We can spend all day in bed. I'll put the TV on.
Good morning and welcome back to my channel if you are new. My name is Icy and I'm so happy to have you here. It is currently Saturday. It is a little past 9 a.m. and today I wanted to film for you guys a video that I don't think I've ever filmed this type of video, which is a what I eat in a day. I think I may have attempted this before, but I've never had a structured what I eat in a day, and I actually reconnected with my old personal trainer to make me a meal plan and make me a workout plan. So today you can say is, I guess, part one of that, because I do want to share a realistic look into how I work full-time, and I also work out throughout the week and stick to a consistent schedule while also studying. So today I wanted to share the meals that I make because I think it might be helpful for some of you who are also like me and are very busy and you don't necessarily have the time to make super elaborate meals, but you still want to stick to your health goals, which was primarily my main goal of doing this. And I'm actually doing a mini cut with my personal trainer. And before I did this, I definitely wanted to make sure that I was giving my body enough nutrition, that I, one, was not starving myself, but two, I was doing this in a way that was sustainable and also healthy. So I am actually going to go on a run quickly. I'm going to go on a 30-minute run, and then afterwards I'm going to show you what I eat for breakfast, and then I'm also going to show you how I meal prep for the week. So I'm going to get into all of that, and it is a gorgeous day outside, so I'm super excited for my run. We've got our run fit on. I got these a long time ago, but the top is from Lululemon and then the biker shorts are from Aerie. My camera ran out of storage, so I'm not sure where the video cut me off, but I was saying that I wrote down a to-do list for today of everything that I want to get done, which is one of those items is filming a what I eat in a day. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna share my meal plan, like I said, my workouts, which I want to do a week in my life of my workouts, working full-time as a legal assistant and all of that. So I'm going to save that for another video, but today is mostly going to be focused on how I meal prep for the week and also what I eat. So with that said, let's go ahead and go on this run. Really excited, and yeah, and then we will make breakfast once we get back. I just got back from a run. I did 31 minutes and 31 seconds exactly, and then I ran almost 2.5 miles. So now I'm going to make my first meal of the day. For breakfast lately, I have been switching off between yogurt bowls or 2 eggs and a piece of toast. Specifically, I like to use the Dave Killer's whole grain toast. This is the one that my trainer recommended I use because it is very high in protein. And then I also like to make scrambled eggs. If I want something a little bit lighter, I will typically eat the yogurt bowl, but today, since we went for a run, I'm feeling extra hungry. So I'm gonna make myself some eggs, and then I also like to add, this is like a quick little hack if you want your eggs to be a little bit, I don't know if creamier is the right word, but just nice and fluffy. I like to actually add a little bit of heavy whipping cream. You can also use milk as well if you don't have cream, but I have noticed that it has made the texture of my eggs just really, really good. I also like to add some hot sauce to it. So I am going to do that real quickly. Make myself some scrambled eggs, and then we will have our first meal of the day. Tip if you are cooking scrambled eggs and you don't want to overcook them, I like to put it on low to medium heat. I turn the pan off, or the stovetop off, now that the eggs are cooked, but once I see that they are cooking, I will turn the stovetop off and then I will just let the heat of the pan cook it. I'll take it off the heat, and this just ensures that your scrambled eggs are nice and fluffy and they have a really great texture to them. Just wanted to share because I have been making scrambled eggs for the past week and I have found that this has made them like quality, like restaurant quality scrambled eggs. So just a quick little hack for scrambled eggs if you like to make them in the morning. I have my toast ready, and then I'm also going to add a little bit of cheese on top of my scrambled eggs. So I'll show you guys the final product once I assemble everything together. All right, here is the full breakfast meal: 3 scrambled eggs, a piece of toast, and then I added some cheese on top, as well as this jalapeno and garlic hot sauce. I got this from Trader Joe's because I wanted to try a new hot sauce, and so far I really like it. It's also really good for protein bowls and tacos, which I think we'll have protein bowls for lunch later. And then I also have my supplements. So currently the supplements I take are fish oil, and then I take vitamin C, and then I do take magnesium because I have been struggling with insomnia and this has really helped me. So, and it also promotes muscle relaxation. So those are the current supplements that I take. And then this little supplement tracker, I got this off Amazon. I'll try to link it below if I can find it, but it's really handy because I can just put all of my supplements for the week. And then I've just got some water. So I've mostly been drinking water during my cut, and just actually in general, I typically only drink ice water. I don't really like other type of beverages. I may have juice once in a while, or I do like the poppy prebiotic sodas, but for the most part I stick to ice water. So I'm just gonna eat this and then I'll probably do some editing, computer work, and then chill out for a bit. Hi guys, it has been a few hours. I am actually going to defrost some turkey meat. I got this from Trader Joe's and I want to make some turkey meatballs and protein pasta for one of my meals. So I'm going to defrost this, and then while it's defrosting, I'm going to do some editing. I'm actually going to start editing this vlog, and then once this defrosts, we will start the meal prep. It's currently 2:23 p.m. and it is time for my favorite meal of the day, which is lunch. And today we're going to be having protein taco bowls. So I have been switching off between making tacos or protein bowls, and I do have some rice that I need to finish up, so I'm going to use that up. And then I cooked some ground beef yesterday. This is 93% lean and 7% fat, so I do like to stick between 90-10 or like 93-7%. And I'm also going to have a little prebiotic soda from Poppy. I tried this out for the first time and I actually quite like it. It honestly just tastes like, I would say, a carbonated lemonade to me, and it fulfills that sweet tooth while also, again, sticking to our meal plan. And then for my taco bowls, I love to add some cheese, of course, and then we're gonna use the same hot sauce from earlier today. like to add that on top. And then, oh, and then I also like to add some veggies as well. Currently, since I do have a specific goal in mind and I am on a mini cut, I have been weighing my food. Now, I know for some people this is a very sensitive topic. Some people really don't like to weigh them foods, they don't like to look at numbers, and I completely understand how that can be a little bit touchy for some people, but I did want to share this because for myself, you know, numbers have always been something that I've had a very weird relationship to, and part of doing this health reset is I wanted to get over this control that numbers had on me and really just see them as metrics. And if you can look at it from a more mathematical standpoint, numbers you can change. I'll go into this more in depth a little bit later on today, where I do my full reflection on my relationship to food, why I'm even doing this, and why I'm sharing what I eat in a day. But essentially what I'm doing is I am weighing the different food groups. So we have veggies, protein, and carbs. I asked my trainer to send me a specific meal plan, and so that way I can weigh out how much carbs I have per meal, how much protein I have. And again, I know that for some people this is not their thing, and I completely understand. So if this isn't, you know, something for you, totally get that, but I did want to share that, and I have found that it has helped me get the results that I want. And like I said, I'll touch on that later on. But yeah, I'm gonna just weigh out my food. I'm gonna start by weighing out my rice, and then we'll do the veggies and protein as well. Right, so we have here 2 ounces, 2.2 ounces of rice. I'm just using this. I want to finish up this rice. Typically for lunch, I actually don't have a carb. I typically stick to protein and veggies, or that's what I have been doing for the past week. But because I'm trying to finish this up, I am gonna add a little bit. I think that's another thing as well, is that I try not to be too strict with myself and restrictive. Like if, for example, in the morning, if I have an extra egg, you know, I'm not gonna tell myself I can't have it, but I do like to still be disciplined with my eating overall, especially since I do have a goal in mind for doing this cut. So this is my meal plan. You can see here that I have different options. I have a breakfast option, lunch option, and then I also have a dinner option. And within these parameters, I do add extra flavor, and I like to switch out what I'm eating so that way it's not boring. So for example, like I'm kind of having my dinner option as my lunch, but you know, that's how it goes. And then for this, I'm going to add some of that. So I will add 4 ounces of the veggies. For our protein, it will be 4 to 6 ounces of lean meat. So I typically will have 5 ounces. To be honest, that's usually plenty for me, so I'm gonna add that to our bowl as well. Now for our toppings, we are going to add some cheese, and then we're gonna add this hot sauce. My tip for flavor, because I think a lot of the times people say that meal prepping gets a bad rap for having very bland, like flavorless food, but I will tell you guys, ever since meal prepping, I crave my meals. Not only does it save me time and I can have just food that is ready to go, but it also just makes me really enjoy my meals, because when you are not overeating and over-consuming, overindulging, I do feel like your body adapts to it. And obviously, you know, you should eat the right amount of portions for your body size, your body weight, and all of those things, and your specific goals should be tailored to what you want. But personally for me, I have found that meal prepping, and even if I, you know, don't stick to this specific meal plan forever, but just for this phase in where I'm at, I do really think it's made me a lot more intentional with how I eat. And my tip though that I was trying to get at is that adding just a little bit of hot sauce here and there and playing around with different dips and sauces, like adding hummus. I feel like this really does help give your food a little bit of a boost, and it does help your food from being less bland. But honestly, the food that I make, I really like it. Like, I love making these protein bowls. I crave this. It's basically like my version of a Chipotle bowl, but it is much healthier, and I know exactly what's going in it. So for the lunch, we have our little protein bowl, their hot sauce, and then I also have half of this poppy soda. I drank the other half last night, and then I'm going to have this for lunch. And then I think I'm going to eat my lunch outside in the patio because the weather is really nice and just want a little bit of a break from the computer and editing. So we'll do that. And then I think for the rest of the afternoon will probably be reserved for meal prepping. So excited for that. But for now, let's go ahead and eat our lunch. Hours, and not gonna lie, I have been having somewhat of a lazy day. Also, I feel like this is very zoomed in, so let me zoom you guys out. But I have been having somewhat of a lazy day, and honestly, I didn't want to meal prep. I actually wanted to wait until tomorrow, but I feel like since also what is going on with the hair? Okay, we're just gonna let it do its thing, but I feel like since I already told you guys on camera that I was going to meal prep today, I feel in a way that I should honor that. So I'm gonna do it. Like I said, I'm kind of lazy. I wanted to take a nap, but we are going to meal prep instead. So for the meal prep, there are, I wanna say, 3 different meals or foods that I wanna make. I wanna make turkey meatballs, salmon, chicken tenders, and protein pasta. So the turkey meatballs are going to be for the protein pasta. I want to do like a healthy spaghetti alternative, so we're gonna do that. So I think I'm gonna start with boiling the water first, since that takes some time. When I'm meal prepping, I do like to start with the things that typically take the longest, or so for example, while I'm cutting the vegetables, I'll boil the water, and then I also want to make some rice as well, so we'll do that. So technically we have 5 things that we're going to be cooking. So turkey meatballs, salmon, chicken tenders, protein pasta, and rice. And then these are all going to be the main groups of foods, protein and carbs that I will be eating for the rest of the week. Also, I want to prep vegetables as well. So now that I mentioned that, I have to get another pot. It's currently 6:11, so I want to say I want to be done absolute latest by 7:30, maybe even a little bit earlier. So let's start the meal prep. But for my pasta, I like to use the Bianza spaghetti pasta. This is made from chickpeas, so it has more protein, more fiber, and it has less carbs than obviously regular pasta. So I like to use this as a substitute whenever I'm trying to make a pasta dish. Every now and then, of course, I'll make it with regular pasta because it just doesn't taste quite the same, but I find that if you flavor it really well and have a really nice sauce, it really does act as a great substitute, and I quite like it. I just think you have to flavor everything else that you put in the pasta, especially the sauce, really well, but this is a great alternative. So we're gonna make this as our base for our spaghetti. guys, it is currently Sunday and I wanted to end this video on my reflections so far and get into more detail about why I am doing this cut, because I think I might get some comments about, you aren't overweight, why are you doing this? You shouldn't restrict yourself. And I wanted to take the opportunity to somewhat address maybe some comments that might come up. The reason why I am doing this cut is because, well, there's several reasons, but one of the main reasons of doing this is because I wanted to challenge myself. I would consider myself a pretty self-disciplined person, but when you have a specific goal in mind, whether it's weight loss, weight gain, or even if you have a goal of achieving something, it requires sacrifice and it requires you to really say no to a lot of things, which is something that I am experiencing right now. Doing this experience, it has made me realize, or I guess it's made me think about, how much do I really want to achieve my health goal? Because today, I asked my trainer, throughout the week, it's pretty easy for me to stay consistent with my meal plan, as I showed you guys, but something that I am, encountering as a challenge, I guess you can say, is what to do when my friends invite me out or when I want to go out to eat with people, and how to stay on my health goals while also having a social life. And something that I have come to realize is that I'm going to have to say no to a few things for the time being while I am doing this. And that's definitely something that I think I am going to have to get used to, is saying no. But some of the things that I have learned about doing this is that, it is saving me money because I'm not eating out as much. And it's just kind of made me think about long-term gratification versus short-term gratification. And I have really pushed myself to stick to this. The other reason why I am doing this is because I have always had, I touched on this in an earlier clip in this video, but I've always had a weird relationship when it comes to numbers and weight. And I always was almost scared about numbers, and I really wanted to tackle this fear head on and not see these numbers as a value of my worth, but rather just metrics that I have control over and that I can change if I want to adjust my body. I think at the same time though, if you want to change something about your body and you want to do it in a healthy, sustainable way, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Whether you want to lose weight or gain weight, I think at the end of the day, you really just have to assess what's right for you. And just because someone may tell you, you are perfect the way you are, and you are worthy of those things, it doesn't mean that you can't change things about yourself or you can't do things to boost your confidence. And for me, the reason I am doing this cut is also to help with my confidence and challenge myself and see how far I can stick to this, and also get over this idea that numbers have to control me, that I can, that I am in control of it. And yeah, I just wanted to open up about that and share my thoughts on how it's been going so far. And maybe once I am done with my experience and I have reached my goal, I will do an overall reflection on my thoughts on it. But I did want to address that before ending this video because I felt it was important to talk about it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this gave you some inspiration to meal prep and also maybe look at some health goals that you may have. It's never too late to start them. Just because we are in August and getting into fall, you don't have to wait into the new year to start your goals. You really can start them anytime, any month, any day. You don't have to wait for a Monday or a specific beginning or season to do it. You can literally just start, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm hoping that by me sharing this, it can inspire one of you guys to go after your goals, because you deserve to give yourself the best life possible in every aspect. But with that said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys very soon in another video.